Hello, thank you for clicking. Keep watching to learn how to navigate COVID-19 through staying physically distant while staying socially connected. My name is Rebecca, and I'm your DLA for Tebow.
And I'm Jackie, the DLA of McNary and Dixon Hall. Together we serve as your East Side Diversity Learning Assistants.
We want to recognize that stress and anxiety around COVID-19 coupled with increased social distancing and isolation may be affecting your overall well-being. As DLAs, it is important for us to let you know that we are here to support you all however we can.
In this video, we will be discussing how to stay connected with others and maintain the sense of community that is desperately crucial at this moment in time. Now let's get into the video. So we have all heard the term social distancing. While we may understand what social distancing is and what it looks like, it has impacted the way that we view quarantine. Right now, however, it is so important for us to stay as socially close as possible while maintaining physical distance. I encourage you to think of it this way because it can really change the way that you view social distancing. Remember, we're all in this together, and we all need to keep a sense of community in some way. So that means, number one, reach out often. Reaching out to your friends and family can help you stay connected with others and relieve some of those negative experiences that you may be having during quarantine. Number two, resist the urge to blame others for the virus. Unfortunately, the spread of COVID-19 has led to a huge wave of xenophobia. Xenophobia is a dislike or prejudice against people from another country. In this case particularly, because of the geographic origins of the virus, many have referred to it as the Wuhan or Chinese virus, even some government officials. So not cool. Viruses have no nationality, and they can only be solved by following protocol. In this case, staying indoors, washing your hands often, and other precautions. Not blaming those who are different from you. Number three, take a break from the screen. Zoom fatigue has taken a toll on many people. They both have negative impacts, so just remember to get up and stretch from time to time. And finally, invest in your mental health. We will discuss mental health later on, but remember, healthy mind, healthy body. Now, as you can imagine, we are all heavily relying on the internet to continue with our academics, jobs, and staying connected. This is the new life that we have to adjust to until things get better. Living within the residence halls, we may struggle a little bit with that. Therefore, staying virtually connected is necessary. If you have access to a camera and are able to use FaceTime, Zoom, Messenger, or any other type of video calling, here are some tips and ideas to stay connected with friends and family. Aside from the basic video call where both people just talk to each other, which is awesome, some fun and versatile things that you can do are cooking or baking in the kitchen during a video call. I personally have done that with my mom. We've made breakfast in the mornings and it was very much needed. Another idea is having a self-care night with your friends. You can do a face mask and movie night together. You can also work out with a buddy and have someone there to motivate you and getting some physical exercise. Another fun idea could be coloring or painting with someone. You can find a ton of great step-by-step painting or drawing tutorials online. We recognize that some may not have access to a camera, but there is a resource on campus that is temporarily lending laptops out to OSU students called the Human Services Resource Center, or HSRC for short. They offer many more resources such as textbook lending, food pantries, and emergency housing. You can visit the link in the description below or reach out to any of your student staff in the building.
This is a time that is new to all of us, not only in social distancing, but also being aware of a global pandemic and navigating the start of a new term that is now virtual and on your own. As students, we have to learn how to learn in a completely new way. Virtual academics has deemed more work, especially more on your own work. So it is important to take a step back and think about what you can and can't handle, because it's a lot more than academics we are tackling these days. Do not hesitate to reach out to your professors or residence hall staff if you are experiencing stress, having trouble organizing or prioritizing, or just simply adjusting to this online transition. Zoom fatigue is real, and it is important to recognize that although we must maintain social distance, it is also important to get some needed self-care. It is extremely important now more than ever that we be mindful of our mental health. COVID-19 has impacted numerous identities, one of those being those with mental health issues. Even before the virus outbreak, depression and anxiety have been noted as the defining features of our times. Today, however, we are forced to face a new reality and a new norm. This has impacted the coping mechanisms of those with mental health issues and those who have fairly healthy mental state. Having to practice social distancing, self-isolation, and adjust to this new way of life has a massive shift in how we maintain a healthy mental state. There is no easy or right way to experience this pandemic, let alone adjust to it. Many people with and without anxiety disorders are now experiencing high levels of anxiousness. It is totally normal to be experiencing sadness, stress, confusion, fear, and/or anger during this crisis. Yet this is why it is important for you to reach out for help and for you to take care of yourself. Remember, you are not alone. There are ways to help us deal with the new realities of our virtual aspects of our lives. Spring is in the air, the flowers are blooming, and the days are getting longer and warmer. Although spring is in the air, we must maintain physical distance. This doesn't mean you can't go outside and enjoy the sun for a bit. However, remember to use safety precautions such as a mask. Staying connected with the outside world and to others can alleviate feelings of loneliness and anxiety. It is important to stay busy and healthy. Here are some ideas that you can incorporate into your own life aside from what was mentioned earlier by Jackie. You can engage in guided meditations. There are many apps and videos online that are great at guiding you through meditation and relaxation. CAPS, for example, is offering Zoom sessions for all students. Go for a walk, listen to music, and discover new artists. Organize your room and try getting ready for the day to boost your mood. You can try yoga or a new recipe or even crafting. Very importantly, take care of your body by making healthy food choices and getting some physical exercise. And get enough sleep. These ideas that we have discussed, here are some resources that may be useful and helpful in maintaining good mental health. Like we've mentioned, CAPS is a great resource that is still providing services remotely. You can visit their page to set up an appointment down in the description box. There are also many remote programs and office hours provided by the Cultural Resource Centers. To stay physically healthy, Dixon Rec Center is helping students by offering online workshop sessions. Found out more in the description box below. Know that you are not limited to these resources we have mentioned. We would encourage you to do some exploring and find out what you enjoy. It is important to remember that our brains and immune system are deeply linked to each other. So it is important now more than ever that we take care of our mental and physical health. This is a time that is new to all of us.
Don't forget you can find our office hours and Zoom links in Canvas.
We encourage you to visit our Zoom office hours and come to our self-care nights. Stay healthy and stay safe.